Good morning. Good morning. I would also like to issue you a warning, as you were just given a few minutes ago, on a different issue. If you pass this ordinance and then you pass the proposed lift ordinance in the upcoming months, I believe the first reading was this month, so it would be next month would be the second reading. You would be discriminating against people with disabilities. And I base that statement on the fact that all these increases, as staff shares, is because of cost. Why are you penalizing people with disabilities over everybody else, including West customers, when the cost to you to provide a West ride is closer to the cost of a lift ride than it is a fixed route ride? So you are charging or wanting to charge people with disabilities 8 times more than everybody else. That, my friends, is discrimination.
Thank you.
Good morning again. I'm going to try and rush through this because I actually have a lot that really needs to be heard.
Hold on just a second, Mike. That
the mic's not picking up. The mic's not picking up. How's that? There we go. As far as the proposal, which we're looking at again later this month and next month, meeting the fare increase. First of all, the CAT has an agreement with Trimet. Actually, I was vice chair of CAT when the agreement was made. It's still in effect, and this proposal violates the agreement that the board of directors has with the CAT committee. And this has not been resolved. In fact, when Neil was presenting to the CAT meeting, the current vice chair of CAT brought up this issue, and still nothing has been done. It's not been addressed. I presume after my comments today, it'll be addressed at the next CAT meeting in a couple, actually next week, I believe it is. And the people in this room, I'm sure, are going to ask CAT not to amend it. And just for the record, show of hands, please. We have Portland Commission on Disability commissioners in this room today, of which some are going to testify. With those of you in the room, raise your hands. Thank you. Fare increases brought forward handicapping people with disabilities. It is ridiculous. More and more people are not going to be able to get out and about and then truly become handicapped instead of people with disabilities. As I mentioned before, the proposal is 40 cents each way, 80 cents round trip, and that's just for this year, which is 8 times more than the proposal for everybody else that uses the system that's going to have a fare increase. And again, as I mentioned, and I know you have documents, I've sent it to you, showing that the West proposal is still 5 cents when it's almost $20 a ride. It doesn't make sense to penalize just people with disabilities, and that's what you're doing. It's unfair. That's morally not the right thing to do. And again, you're taking people with disabilities and you're making them into handicapped people. And I hate that term. As I shared earlier, this is a form of discrimination when we are the only ones being charged this huge fare increase versus somewhat of a minimal. I presumed you were going to pass the motion which you just did today. So am I correct in presuming then you are going to actually honor your honored citizens and not pass the upcoming lift fare increases? I would presume that would be the right thing to do. The other thing that's problematic, and Trimet right now is passing out on lift vehicles to lift customers a handout talking about fare increase. And they're using, again, as staff did this morning, Eugene and Salem as examples. Those are poor examples. especially Salem. It's a tiny, tiny little transit district. My God, if you guys want to compare yourselves to them, shame on you. In reality, in the Pacific Northwest, which one of the board members brought up earlier, the closest transit district to your size, this type of ridership, is Seattle. Seattle, folks. Seattle right now is less expensive on paratransit than you are without the proposals that you're going to be looking at. And by the way, unless I'm mistaken, Seattle is door-to-door. At least the information I have at home. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's door-to-door, the same as Trimet. I don't know what to say. You know, you guys have got my documentation. You also have a petition which was signed by 79 people with 11 comments. And by the way, and then I'll shut up, get out. For the disability community to have this many people in this room, to get 79 signatures on a document for a community that is very, very difficult because of disabilities for one reason. To get together, this is huge, the outcry from the disability community, and I hope you believe that.
And thank you. Thank you for your advocacy, too, for the people with disabilities. We've received some 14 emails from Michael outlining his and the disability community's objection to his proposal. So that's a lot of time and effort and energy.